As I was saying, Arteta is a vindictive coach. He doesn't, he can't do him something to.
And Arsenal's ability to stabilize and to handle the pressure, because those 10 minutes, I feel like that could have decided the game for Arsenal if Brighton were able to capitalize. I mean,
Transit TV, back again. Amazing in the house. Abdelize again, guys. Back again to have this fun. One more time, this team, Arsenal, they won't just stop it. They can't stop it. It's now a habit. It's now a habit. We saw City.
Their blood.
I'm telling you, bro. Saw City destroy Crystal Palace this morning. It looked like at some point, as an Arsenal fan, you'll be thinking, oh, is this the day? But of course, Crystal Palace did what they usually do, and they lost that game 4-2. It was on Arsenal, I'm sure. Like, or maybe you told me off air. A lot of fans now, their courses are becoming like looking like players. I
told one of my friends
guys show up.
One of the WhatsApp groups, he literally typed it this afternoon. He goes, this morning, he goes, Brighton will knock Arsenal today, meaning Brighton will pile the goals on Arsenal. So I didn't say anything. I waited until the match was over and everything, and I responded to him. I said, hey, it's like all of these threats that you've been making are turning out to be prayers now.
I see, bro. The same thing happened to me. One of the groups I belong to as well, my mate was saying that because I don't know if he even watches the EPL. I don't know, because somebody posted the table before the game. But I don't know if he didn't look at the games played or not. He was saying, I knew to this Arsenal team, they can't go nowhere. They have no players with character, this, that. I said, okay. I didn't argue with him. After the game, I said, well, I don't understand how you can write this about Arsenal, a team that has Havertz and one Champions League, one Europe Championship, Jorginho,
how about my boy?
Zinchenko, and all these players, and you say they don't have. Right
there, I have to stop you right there in your stride. Can we take a second to appreciate my boy, Kai?
No, of course. We're going to get there. He owns this podcast. We're going to get there.
Rightly man of the match, 100%.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you, now that you said it to Umezi, what was key for Arsenal today?
Oh, that's a very interesting one. I want to say Havertz.
Okay.
I really want to say Havertz was key today. Because, well, I think it was Havertz because he had a goal and an assist. Right? He had a goal and an assist.
In terms of the team, in terms of the way Arsenal approached this game, what would you say that was very key for Arsenal today?
I would say what was key was, I mean, Kai Havertz, obviously, when you look at the statistics, right? It was, to me, the first almost 10 minutes and Arsenal's ability to stabilize and to handle the pressure, because those 10 minutes, I feel like that could have decided the game for Arsenal if Brighton were able to capitalize. I mean, let's be real. They put on the pressure. They double teamed our fullbacks. Every time we try to lay out a ball into the midfield, I mean, they came with the heat, and we actually slipped up a couple times, especially Dingra cooking Zinchenko on the wing. But they weren't able to capitalize. So I feel today, our midfield did a phenomenal job. Rice, Jorginho, just kind of being the people to bounce on that second ball before anybody else could and really read the play. So if we're talking, I can't choose one player.
Yeah, that was tough. That's why you guys bring it in. But for me, there are really two key things that I said, if this is why Arsenal will win this game today. After like you said, after like 10, 15 minutes, was the team. You could see that even in adversity, they were confident. Arsenal didn't panic. With all that pressure, all this noise from the fans and everything, the players were on it from minute one, regardless of what was going on, whether it was going against us for us, they were very confident and approaching the game with all sense of confidence. Then secondly was every player tried to win the individual battles.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Nobody wanted to lose to it because it was a man-to-man. Brighton are like Arsenal and City. They go toe-to-toe, man-to-man. I take care of you, take care of him, you take care of him, then we're good. So individually, all the players, regardless of what was going on, they tried to win that battle. And Brighton, if you can see, I think you guys saw the game. I think one of their strategy today was win the ball, put it behind Zinchenko, because we know he's going to go forward. We know he's going to come inside. Put it behind him. They were doing those early balls behind him, but somehow Zinchenko, and that takes me to the next question. You remember the last episode, I asked you guys, Zinchenko give you Tomiyasu, who is your first choice left back? And you guys were saying Zinchenko is not strong at the base. No. Today, this dude.
No. Again, I love Zinchenko. Love Zinchenko. However, beautiful. The same things that we talked about the other day, we saw evidence of it today in the game.
100%, yeah.
Where he's like from nothing. They could have scored us from that corner. Nothing.
But if you had played Kivio today, Arsenal would have played so much on the back foot. Zinchenko gave Arsenal a lot of control in the game. That is why it's different.
Yes. So tactically, tactically, bringing Zinchenko, inverting Zinchenko from the left into the midfield was very, very key today, because that's what Brighton likes to do. Brighton likes to go in there, float the midfield up, and then just go at you. So bringing Zinchenko in was a tactical move. I honestly, like, a game against City will tell you, I feel like a game against City will give you an idea of where Arteta's head is as far as like the big games. I feel like this one, he felt like, okay, you know what, we can take these guys. I won't be surprised if he uses Martinelli over Jesus on Tuesday. I won't be surprised. But again, it's all tactical at that point. Zinchenko, for me, always going to... Like, these are the games for Zinchenko. The games against guys like this.
But to be honest, when I saw Zinchenko in this game, I felt that...
It was very shaky, in my opinion.
He's going to play against Bayern Munich. Because even Pep is scared of Brighton. For last time you said something that giving Kivio rest showed you that he was going to be using him for big games. As far as I'm concerned, having City won in the morning before Arsenal game and being a player against Brighton and Arteta plays Zinchenko, it makes me feel that he's going to be. I'm really interested in seeing it. Who's going to be the one for Bayern?
Me personally, the way I think about it is Zinchenko can be that player that will either help us win and secure games, or it could be our downfall for games. And I think Arteta knows that. And I tended to see every time Zinchenko was kind of having trouble on the left wing, Gabriel would really come to back him up. Arteta knows that. He knows, okay, maybe Zinchenko's not the best defensively, but he offers so much in the midfield and going forward that it'd almost be a pity not to play him per se.
Yep.
So
these are the games for him, though. These ones, everybody has
exactly because Arsenal needed some kind of control in this game, because Brighton will also have they have the muscle as well to control games. So probably that's why you can
imagine if he had to deal with Mitoma.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Adingra was just causing.
The guy, exactly.
On the wing, this dude was.
I honestly don't think Adingra is as crazy as Mitoma on his day.
No, of course. That one is a professor in dribbling. Yeah, I know. I love Zini. Maybe I'm a little bit of biased for him, but I think he had a good game today. I think he had
at the start of this season, for me, Zini was number one for me in my book. Juren Timber, I hadn't seen much of him, but Zini was number one in my books. I honestly, right now, if you ask me for defensive stability, I will go for Kivior. Or like, even over Tomiyasu. Because again, I feel like Tomiyasu can do a job with Ben White.
Yeah.
Right? Just because you don't want to start... Because at some point, you're going to have like, what, 4 solid left backs? Like 4 solid ones. Timber, Zinchenko, what you call it, what's his name? Tomiyasu and then
and Kivio. They're going to be all. But don't forget that these 2 guys too, we are centre backs as well.
Yeah.
Gabriel and Saliba are fit. That's why I was saying this. If any of them is to be injured, either Ben White or Kivio has to go in there to do a job. So far this season, Arsenal has been lucky to have Gabriel and Saliba.
Arteta is playing haram football. Arteta is playing haram football. How do you play 3 center backs and turn them into freaking wall beaters?
I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know what you think. Off air, I was talking with Omez. I was saying Arteta is a vindictive coach. He doesn't. He can't do him something twice. So how do you reckon with that?
As far as like not doing something twice, in what sense?
Like mistake, or you beat him. We kind of mentioned Bayern as we were talking that
he holds grudges. Like I was saying, our at this point are like that when your girlfriend mentioned something from months ago.
Exactly.
Thing, and I think because of the history with Bayern Munich and how they've just destroyed us every time we've face each other in the Champions League, he's gonna take this personally. He wants to stake the tie in the first leg, and we have ample opportunity. The fans aren't gonna be there for Bayern. They're coming off of a loss to a mid-table team that just got promoted.
They've been losing for a habit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look. Thank you, Harry Kane, for going to Bayern Munich. Thank you, because he brought the
guy tried to make sure he went where he was assured of the trophy, man, and all of a sudden, after 12 years, it is turning on his head. Let me on this game. Let me ask you guys this question, because I saw this commentator going on and on and on. The penalty for Jesus it was for me an easy decision for the referee. I don't know what that guy kept talking about, that Lamptey touched the ball, so it shouldn't be a pen, it shouldn't be a foul. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Nothing surprises me with these guys anymore. Nothing really surprises me, because literally when I saw what happened in real, everybody knew. Even Lamptey knew.
That a decision, yes.
Like Lamptey just knew, oh, right. You again, it's Jesus. Jesus in that position he'll do it to anyone. But the thing is, the foul was in the box. The player was standing right there in the box. The guy was in the box, and he brought him. The contact was made in the box.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I think this is going to be an interesting take. I try to be as unbiased as possible when it comes to these fouls and how they happen. I personally think the commentators made a pretty good point about if the referee decided to call it as not a penalty, VAR would have stuck with their decision. Because if you saw the replay, Lamptey did get that contact, and it wasn't on the ball. He got the ball first, and then he got Jesus. But it wasn't the type of follow-up contact that, in my eyes, would facilitate a penalty. And this goes back to our conversation last week about VAR. And I remember I was saying, it's worked against us and it hasn't worked against us. And in my opinion today, it was in our favor, because I don't believe, based off of what I saw, that it was a penalty per se. I think that the contact was there on the ball, and I think the follow-through, it was a bit harsh. You know what I mean?
If he was against Arsenal, I'll be furious with the defender. It was a clear pen. And you know why I call it pen, right? I hear what you say about touching the ball. But don't forget that even with touching the ball was still in front of Jesus. He was still going to get the ball. So that contact stopped him from getting the ball. It's wanted if Lamptey had touched that ball and the ball was going to throw in or going for goal kick. I can understand it. Jesus has lost the ball. But he touched the ball, he scooped it, and he was still bouncing in front of Jesus. So that contact stopped him from still having access to the ball. So it was very simple. It's not control. That's what I'm saying. So it's not black and white because he touched the ball before touching Jesus.
It makes me think about the penalty that West Ham gave away last week to Newcastle, Anthony Gordon, where he literally wrapped his
exactly.
So it's not black and white because you look at that, you're like, it's a foul, it's contact, but he literally put his foot in the way of Calvin. He had no intention of getting the ball.
No. What I'm saying is he touched the ball, square, plain and square, but the ball was still in front of Jesus, heading to Brighton.
It's like Jesus had him cooked already.
Exactly, because if he had touched the ball and the ball was behind Jesus, I would understand it. If he had touched the ball and the ball was going to go
control of the ball.
Exactly. So that follow-up contact stopped him from reaching the ball and doing damage to Brighton. So
exactly.
It's one of those ones where it's like you can't really see between the lines.
As an Arsenal fan,
I was happy. Don't get me wrong. I was like, okay, hey, 1-0 up.
For me, it was really. It was
a pen. I was like,
because Jesus had the ball. Jesus was right there in front of everyone. Right, he caught him. Like if Lamptey hadn't done that, he would have been on the floor, like Dalot was. Right, like he would have been gone. But Lamptey tried to be quick with it and bring down or try to obstruct him. Even though the ball was still in front of him, that tackle was still obstructive in that he still left something behind and then followed through back. There was just because again, Jesus was going to get the ball before he was going to
exactly. That for me, that's the key thing because that follow-up contact stopped Jesus from having his advantage, but the ball was still in front of him.
And so
you touched the ball, then you stopped me from getting the ball because the ball is
he's literally facing Jesus.
Exactly, the ball was still in his.
I think Lamptey was hoping that he made the foul outside the penalty box.
I know, but that's the thing. He's quick. Quick. Like the body language, he caught him so fast. He went into the box like really quick.
I think he was trying to show Jesus outside, but Jesus was adamant.